All right, we're gonna try this again because now we've got the we've got dual uh, frames. So we got portrait and landscape,
with a Solomon seal behind us.
which would be better. Yes, that's actually my seal. My version is because can you see that
I see the circuitry up there. I see the little circuitry. Yeah, I see those.
Stop amp diodes, resistors.
Mm-hmm. I see all that.
I actually redesigned. I made my own version.
Why aren't you just fucking special?
Yes, actually, quite.
That's pretty cool, actually. I like it. Did you get tattooed?
Yeah, I might. Okay.
I want to get.
Rolina Smith, what's this? Well, this is a shit show. She's not on here anymore. But this this is basically a shit show. This is you are here. Just ringing people randomly. Ringing.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
The shit show, dude.
Welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the fucking circus. The paranormal
circus. Show. If anybody gets the reference, I'll give you a lot of props.
Which part?
Give you a little show, a little Leahy show.
A little Leahy who?
Nope, it's from a show, but I'm not going to tell you.
Well, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like some yodeling going on there, bud.
Well,
I think that's what the reference was, right?
No.
No? Mm-hmm. Okay, then fuck, I don't know either then. It must not be that important. If I don't get the reference, it's not that good of a reference. So just
I don't know it. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, it's not that it doesn't exist. It's just that if I don't know about it, it doesn't matter.
Not important enough.
I feel like that describes it.
That makes a little bit more sense, I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, I'm just looking up. So Austin, what are we talking about tonight?
Interdimensional, ultra-dimensional, or what was it? Ultra-terrestrial. Like the definition of what ultra-terrestrial is.
That's where. Yes, we were going to do that first, so we can. Yeah. Because you were saying that. Okay, so basically, my thing was, I'm not saying that these things are interdimensional. I'm saying that's what that's what more than several government officials have said in the past, in the recent I almost feel like let me add to the comments.
Honestly.
Boom. From Brazil, sweet dude. I want to go to Brazil.
Hola. I don't know if that's the right target.
If I come to Brazil, we'll go ghost hunting. I do believe in Jesus. I'm a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not your standard run-of-the-mill Christian. Hey guys, Nancy Noonan Kelly. Oh hey, how you doing? Created or natural for ultra.
Like he's talking about what we're talking about. So the space.
So anyway, let me finish the premise. Yeah. Okay. What we were talking about was lots of people in the government have come out recently in the last few years is when God dang it, stupid headset screwing up. Okay. Better? Oh,
okay.
No. Smack the shit out of it. Anyway, all right. So recently, in the
disclosure,
the government in the disclosure, they were referencing things not as extraterrestrial, but interdimensional. And I know for the one politician I can name that has actually used the word interdimensional was I think Anna Paulina Luna, and the House of isn't she in the House of Representatives? So so she said that these things were interdimensional. There's other people who've said it. Can't name them right off the top of my head. Says
Timber chat.
It's almost a cry for help. Quiero que me deseen sorte. I need you to wish me luck. Okay, well, good luck, dude.
Good luck.
We wish you the best of luck.
Best of luck.
Bigfoot
Appreciate it.
Bigfoot may be interdimensional. Okay, so what I was saying, so interdimensional. I think I don't know if that's
What's
just
the difference?
a placeholder.
We
Okay, so
should clarify what the
okay, let's
difference is,
let's
I
look it up.
guess,
Interdimensional
versus
versus
ultra
ultra
terrestrial. Ultra terrestrial.
terrestrial.
I think
Well,
I've
I
one
think
of the
ultra.
same.
I think they're the same damn thing, dude.
I do too. I think it's just two different words to describe the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. Okay, enter. Okay, hold on, let me share this.
But ultra terrestrial implies like because it's more aliens. Like when I think of ultra terrestrial, I think of aliens from other realms of existence, not like I don't know. Interdimensional almost implies like sci-fi. I don't know. I guess it's more or less like the stigma that comes with the word that I get. You know what I mean? When I think of
Yeah.
ultra terrestrial, I think of like an interdimensional being,
Well, okay. So what we got here is this is
like
AI,
Bigfoot
by
said,
the way.
be.
Interdimensional and ultra terrestrial are two distinct theories used to explain UFOs
Okay, so
and
you're distinct. All right.
UFO. Yep. So UFOs and unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs,
Mm-hmm.
and high strangeness, which is paranormal minus spirits. I think that's like
Right. Yeah.
Uh, so while interdimensional beings are visitors from different realities or dimensions, okay, ultra terrestrials are highly advanced native Earthlings who share our planet but remain hidden.
Huh?
That's the difference. Yeah, yeah, ultra terrestrial, right? Because
Oh, I was way.
terrestrial means Earth of Earth, right? So ultra terrestrial, I think when they say it like that, they mean that it's extraterrestrial means they're from a, a, a different planet. Ultra terrestrial means they're from our planet, but they're more advanced than us. They've been hidden from us, and they're possibly an ancient, more advanced
Yeah.
civilization. Or it
Yeah.
could be from the future humans from Earth, right? Visiting us from the future as well. That's ultra terrestrial, I believe, is
But wouldn't that also be a form of interdimensional in a way? Because in order for them to do that, there would have to be another timeline that they could jump to.
Well, they would have to use interdimensional technology, right? Yeah, no, but see, when we say interdimensional beings, right? I don't. So we're not talking about beings that are like exist in the fourth dimension or something like that, right?
Yeah. No.
Spatial
Well.
dimension. We're talking
No.
about
No.
string theory or the multiverse,
I think of
the
it as like
many worlds,
parallel. I think
right?
of it as like parallel planes of existence in the same reality.
Okay,
Like
that's a
it's a bubble
possibility.
universe
I
type
mean,
of
but we don't
theory.
know. Yeah, we were not exactly sure how this works.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
just my theory on it. Is
Right,
like,
right. Yeah. No,
yeah,
I get what you're saying, and that could be something else. That could be a supernatural level, right? That could be a whole other thing separate from the
well, it's basically
ultra
like the bubble
terrestrials.
theory, or I mean, the bubble universe theory is common amongst theorists. Like basically that there's all these different bubbles that contain all these different
Hello,
universes, and sometimes
hello.
they'll touch or intersect, and we'll get those moments of, you know what I mean, those moments of like a glitch in the, there's a lot of different theories
Uh,
behind that, but the bubble
are
universe theory is really like more or less what I believe, but maybe not as bubbles floating around. We're kind of like all in different, it's almost like frequencies, just
I know what you're saying. Like that
like perception, our ability to
our
perceive certain
atoms may
things.
vibrate at a different frequency, so we exist in the same like physical space, but at a different frequency. Like that, their reality may vibrate at a different frequency, right?
Yeah.
It could actually be the explanation for dark matter.
Right,
Right?
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say too. Is like because
That
we
could
know
be
it's
the
there.
other well, and you also have like mirror universes and stuff like that too, which is not exactly what you would think it is, right? It's
Right.
not what it sounds like. It's not like
Yeah,
a mirror universe where everything's
like you go into the mirror and it's like a mirror of everything over on this.
yeah, it's not quite like that. I mean, that's an interesting way name that they gave it, and I understand why they named it that. But anyway, so yeah, interdimensional beings are beings that just exist in another dimension, reality, plane of
Okay, so that
existence,
yeah.
however you want to define it,
All right, so
and
then that's yeah, you're correct. You were right
and
on that.
but they're interdimensional travelers, right? They're not
Well, yeah,
like,
they have to be
but
if
there
we
could be
know.
beings that just have the ability naturally to cross over into either just
Multiple
ours
planes of
or
existence.
multiple different planes of existence.
Well, that's what they say Bigfoot does.
Well,
A
yeah,
lot of people claim,
yeah,
but like I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
it's possible. It's possible, dude. It's possible.
I mean,
You know.
some of the footage that they've released even shows these like objects going in and out of mountains without any perceivable hole or opening or anything. They just go in and they pop out as if the mountain's not even there. And
Right.
so that kind of makes you wonder, like, are they able to pop in and out of our plane of existence right where that mountain is, or they have access to something that we don't have access to because we can't leave our plane of existence? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I almost wonder if they're able to open doorways in certain spots of our reality to access another reality, but there's only certain access points, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
Like that could go into be where like the ley lines and all these ancient monuments that seem to be connected and also have high points of UFO activity, like Stonehenge. Stonehenge is constantly bombarded with they constantly have crop circles in that field next door to it, but it's also one of the most heavily monitored places on the planet. Like they have 24-hour cameras, and they also have security guards all night, 24 hours. And
Right.
so they will know if somebody's going in there and making
That's
crop
it.
circles in the fields.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they frequently have crop circles and there's frequent UFO sightings. So I almost wonder if that's like one of those places. I mean, it's been theorized about a lot, like and speculated about, but like I don't know.
Well,
I
it
think
says
that there is high
interdimensional
energy.
beings' origin. They come from parallel universes, higher physical dimensions, or alternate planes of existence. How they work. Theorists like Jacques Vallée suggest these
Mhm.
beings phase in and out of our reality, much like a three. See, but I don't like this because he's kind of mixing up the spatial dimensions when he's
Yeah,
much like a 3D object casting a shadow on a 2D surface. I don't like
yeah.
that difference because
No, that's the
that's how you
spatial.
define the
Right,
difference between fourth dimension and the
right,
third
right.
and being able to perceive the third
Yeah,
dimension
that's
and a
not.
being that can perceive the fourth dimension. There may be that also may be a fourth dimension or beings that are able to pass or that just exist in the fourth dimension, but I don't know. I feel like we would see that evident like that way more often because we would see them like appear and then disappear, right? Like bigger, like you know what I mean? Because
Yes and
you
no,
like
because
it's just like okay, let's say fish, right? Fish kind of exist in a 2D world, right? Let's say they're in the water. Everything above the water is like outside of their dimension. They're not able to travel, so they can't see. It's an analogy that I've heard used. That's all. So
yeah.
they can't perceive us unless we enter their space.
Well, what if somebody was in the fourth dimension, like a fourth dimensional like you would want to have a doctor in the fourth dimension because they could see inside of you and work on you without ever cutting you open.
But just because you exist in the
So
fourth dimension, don't you also exist in the third dimension as well?
you have access to all the other dimensions, but you don't live
So
in
what
them.
does that mean? I don't understand how like you
Well,
like
we
okay,
can't
let's take
perceive it.
like a tesseract for example, right? A
We
tesseract,
won't be
right?
able to perceive it in the third because all
But
we only have the ability to perceive three dimensions.
we can perceive a tesseract, right?
Only as a
not
3D version, and it's not a
as a 3D
retrospective.
version of a fourth dimensional object, right?
Yeah, it's not a
But
true fourth dimensional object.
but I think a true fourth dimensional object would still be sometimes possibly viewable in the third dimension.
I believe, yeah, like it would be, yeah.
Maybe not even intentionally. I don't think even maybe even intentionally. Maybe just
I
something like
think that if you're in the fourth dimension, you'd be able to perceive any object in all dimensions if you so choose. You know
so.
what I mean?
We're talking about
That's so
interdimensional
social.
beings and ultra terrestrial beings and extraterrestrials and all interdimensional stuff mainly. Like how the fuck does this all work? What's up, Bratty Girl? And Epic Gamer is Peru.
Yeah, we just wildly speculate about shit.
Well,
So
we recklessly speculate.
reckless. I'm sorry.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, there's what else? What other kind of speculation is there when you're talking about interdimensional beings? I think we do pretty good actually, because we're not just sitting here saying that these things are definitively this, right? Like, whenever I hear somebody talking like that, like, oh, spirits. Look, this is how spirits act. This is how spirits operate. Okay, let me explain to you the mechanics of a ghost. All right. This is how, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about. And I've heard this from psychics mostly.
Oh, I know.
They're never wrong. They're never wrong. And yeah, it's like overbearing. But
Right.
yeah. Anyway,
No, yeah, like I think if you were in the fourth dimension, you would be able to perceive inside of any three-dimensional object, but you'd be able to perceive any three-dimensional object the same way that we could perceive a two-dimensional object. So when you think about it that way, if you were to draw a person on a piece of paper, like, and you just look at that person right there, and let's say you actually drew, you're an artist, so you could actually draw a full body person. You could see that person, you could see right through that person. If you wanted to, you could draw him completely like guts open and everything. You have that capability because you're in the higher dimension. And if you were to put your finger down in there, he would only see a straight line in front of him because he wouldn't know.
hey, you want to see Neil deGrasse Tardson explain it, or you want to see Michio Kaku?
I like that one kid.
I prefer Michio Kaku.
Oh, Michio Kaku's way better, yeah. But
all right, let's just get that.
I like that one kid though that seemingly disappeared but then came back.
The what?
There was that one teenager that explained it really well, but then he disappeared for a little while and came back. And
look like to
What's the fourth dimension?
Well, Einstein says the fourth dimension is time. So if you want to meet somebody in Times Square, you say, meet me on 42nd Street, 5th Avenue, 10th floor at noontime. So it takes 4 numbers to specify lunch in Manhattan. But we now believe there could be other dimensions, perhaps as many as 11 dimensions. And we hope
Christy Richo, what's up?
With the large
we are 3D.
What's the fourth dimension?
All right, so
Einstein
that's
says the fourth
what we got here.
that's a 3-dimensional.
That's Tesseract. That's Tesseract.
What
Yeah.
does the fourth dimension look like? Christopher Nolan's Interstellar has one of the best movie representations of the fourth dimension. One simple way to attempt this is to see what happens when you mathematically render a square into the fourth dimension. A square is a 2-dimensional shape. In the third dimension, you get a cube. And in the fourth dimension, you get a tesseract.
You mean like this? This cube can help you think in 4 dimensions.
Yeah, see, it's like
cube
you could,
has 8.
but how does a fourth dimensional being perceive us though?
We wouldn't ever be able to know that.
How? I mean, but we got the math.
Yeah, but our brains are not capable of perceiving in the fourth dimension. We are
That's
only
just
capable
because
of
we
perceiving
don't have sensory organs to perceive that though.
That is
right?
true. I mean, well, you know what? I could argue that DMT could be accessed to the fourth dimension.
I don't think so, dude. How though? How? I mean, I think you can have like worthwhile experiences on DMT and stuff, but
I think there's too many shared experiences on DMT from people that don't know each other.
No, yeah, no, but that doesn't mean that you're seeing. I think what you're seeing is interdimensional beings, like actual interdimensional beings, like
Yeah,
godlike beings, like angels, demons.
yeah. I think
That's
you're
what we're
accessing a
seeing, dude.
higher realm of existence, but I don't
It's
know if
not
it would
even
be a form of
necessarily a higher
human.
realm. You might be entering a lower realm, bro. You don't know. We don't
It's
know.
true.
That's the thing. That's the
That is
thing.
true. That is very
And
true. But that's
um,
the fourth dimension in spatial terms. But there's this kid. So I don't know if you could find it, but there's this like 12-year-old kid at one point. He's like real smart. He's sitting at his computer desk.
Mirrors do not
And he's just
show
in
us
his
the fourth
bedroom and he's just
dimension. They just show
explaining how to understand the fourth dimension. And he's like really very good about it.
I think okay. So Jeff says maybe DMT, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you can kind of get a taste of. I don't think that's the fourth dimension though. I think you're getting
I
a
don't
taste of
care.
actual interdimensional beings are able to access your consciousness, which is attached to strings, right? In string
Yeah.
theory. Uh, so I think when you take some hallucinogenics, not all of them, but like psilocybin, DMT, ayahuasca. I've tried that. But when you take these things, I think that sometimes, not always, but sometimes, if you go deep enough down the rabbit hole, then you can meet these beings. But I don't think they're benevolent. They're not benevolent. You know what they sound like to me is the Nephilim, man. They sound like the freaking Nephilim. They sound like the things that God tried to destroy with the flood, right? Because they seem to want to teach people things and guide people, and that is what the Nephilim did, and that's what humans did pre-flood, according to the Bible. Is they looked to these Nephilim to learn these technologies and stuff that weren't available to them, right?
Those higher knowledge.
Right. So it
Well,
wasn't
technically
necessarily
for
forbidden knowledge, but it was gained in a way that wasn't ethical, but because you were working with fallen angels. And I'm not saying all fallen angels are demons, right? I don't believe all fallen angels are demons. I think they're just they maybe chose because if according to biblical text, they had free will. They could choose to go down to earth. They could do whatever they want. They could choose to try to overthrow God or whatever. So I think a lot of the things in reality, a lot of the things that we interact with, I believe, are supernatural as opposed to just spirits, right? They're supernatural. They're above. They're outside of even the human spiritual realm, right? So
we
we're talking
just
about
think of
angels
them
and
as spirit.
demons.
Yeah,
Huh?
we just look at them like that's just our frame of reference.
I think no. I think a lot of people believe that we're dealing with spirits mostly. I don't think we are. I think the things that the Native Americans experienced, these elementals and stuff, I
Mhm.
believe they were also like fallen angels that decided the Earth was dope and they wanted to fucking kick it here, um, for whatever reason. And
They like the Middle Eastern women,
well, not just no, I'm talking not
like the
Indians, like
Nephilim, right?
Indians, like American Indians, like Native
Oh, I
Americans.
got you. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, like
Well, that's different. Yeah. I
yeah,
was thinking of like how the Nephilim were born, but yeah, all right.
fallen angels didn't have the same beliefs as God. Yeah, well, I mean, God doesn't
He
have beliefs.
did.
No. God doesn't have beliefs. God is God.
He is
God is
he
God. You
is
either
the
believe in God, you're either on God's side or you're not. And
yeah.
not all of them aren't against God. They fell in love with women, and they
They,
came to Earth and they to be with these human women, but they weren't. It didn't necessarily say
they
that
were
they were
sympathetic
evil.
to the humans. Is really
Right? They
what we're
were. They were
going.
sympathetic to the humans, and yeah. And so it doesn't really give you. I think if you read like the
You
book
read the
of
book of
Enoch,
Enoch.
if you read
The
the
book of
Enoch
Enoch.
Chronicles, then like that explains a lot.
Well,
And
Enoch.
that even
Enoch 1.
implies that humans can become angelic beings. And I have argued with priests and ministers,
Explain
preachers.
how you come to that conclusion. Show
Okay,
your work
because
there.
it says Enoch became one of the angels, and they renamed him Metatron.
They did name him.
Yeah, he's a fucking angel, dude.
No, he
He's a
didn't.
scribe. He became the scribe angel, and his name is Metatron. So that's exactly. It doesn't tell you how. It doesn't tell you the mechanics. Doesn't tell you the process. But it does say that the angels took Enoch up into heaven, and he became one of them. And they named him. He took the name Metatron.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Abraham also taken?
Oh yes, but it doesn't say he
they didn't
became
say
an
anything
angel.
You're right. They just said that he was taken.
He just didn't die.
He didn't die. They just say, and was taken to the heavens with God.
Right.
And so,
which is kind of vague. He could have died, and they could have went on. I don't know.
But usually, they were pretty descriptive about how, like,
sometimes,
when Jesus died,
sometimes not always. That the New Testament is very descriptive. The Old Testament, not so much.
It depends on what you're talking about.
It depends on which book you're talking about. Genesis is not very specific. There are parts that are specific, but there's a lot of things that are just left for you to imply.
Yeah,
like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, when Cain and Abel killed, or when Cain killed Abel, right? And God cast him out into the land of Nod or whatever. He was afraid that the people there would hurt him, and everybody's like, "How are there people there, man? When Adam and Eve were the first people, and Cain and Abel was their first son and first two sons." Well, it doesn't say that they were exactly their first two sons, does it? No, don't.
Yeah.
No, and nobody aged back then. Nobody really aged back then, right?
Well, didn't they have Cain and Abel after they were banished?
Right. Now, what was the first commandment that God gave to Adam and Eve when he created Eve and put
Don't eat from the tree of knowledge?
And well, the first one was go forth and multiply.
Yeah, that's true.
So they started having babies right away, right? And this was before women experienced pain during childbirth, supposedly, according to the Bible, according to the book of Genesis. This is all Bible stuff. So women didn't experience pain during childbirth, right? So I could just imagine she was just popping them out like daggone like rabbit.
Well,
and so, but like
ultimately she did.
We don't know how long they were actually in the garden. They were probably in the garden and they were immortal as long as they were in the garden, and that they didn't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They were allowed to eat from the tree of life, and that's what kept them immortal. But it says, and a funny thing is, here's another thing. God says in there that they can't eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because if they do, they will surely become like us. Who's us? He's talking about like other beings as if they were like him, and the angels ain't like him. So was there multiple, was there like a pantheon at that point? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right.
But I'm just kind of.
But I just another interesting fact about
angelic things have been around for so long, right? Angels, demons, and higher beings. And our idea of what a spirit is a very modern idea of,
relatively speaking,
of how ghosts work, right? Like this is a very
the afterlife, the spirit, that like the afterlife, the soul of a dead person coming back to communicate with you.
It was never a good thing historically right? You hear people all the time say, "Oh, there's good ghosts. Not all ghosts are bad." Ghosts are not hanging around because they're in a good state. If it's a spirit of a human that's trapped between worlds, right? Trapped between
They did
our
something.
world and, or they did something, or they're stuck on something, they're lost, whatever. They may be experiencing their own version of purgatory. That you know to overcome whatever they were stuck on in life. But let's look at Vsauce here. Explain.
Was what a fourth dimension could do to us. First, notice that some things are the same as their mirror image, but some things
Oh,
are
Eric.
not. These two shapes are
It has
similar,
been forever.
but they cannot be rotated to look identical, to be superimposable on each other. This is called being chiral. A chiral shape and its mirror image are called enantiomorphs. These two
Hope it's
shapes
all
are
going well with you,
enantiomorphs in
Eric.
2 dimensions. No amount of 2-dimensional rotations will ever make them superimposable. To do that, I'll need to smash.
No, let's see. Lilith was
turn it into
Adam's
its
first
own
wife.
mirror
That is
image,
not
or
actually
rotate it to the
canon.
third higher
That's
dimension.
like a
If I place a
yeah,
sticker
a
button
lesser.
face that side away
That's
from me,
like a,
notice
and
that
it
the
was
mirror
written way
inverts the
later.
object just like a rotation to a higher
So that's
dimension.
like
The side of the real object that's furthest from me
I don't
becomes the
know.
side of the
I'm not
virtual
sure about
object
the
that's
Lilith
closest
thing.
to me. So what would I look like if I was rotated around a plane in a
I've been
fourth
good, dude. I've
dimension
been
and then
been
brought
good.
back?
I've been doing well.
I would
Ghosts
look
are
like that.
specters. Well, yeah, but what's a specter, Christy?
Can I
Mirrors
say
are
my
not
story
just
now?
the fourth dimension.
Huh?
Can I say my fact? No.
Your facts?
I did find
You have
out.
facts?
Well, so
We don't deal in facts here, okay?
okay, my reckless speculation. The serpent in the Adam and Eve story is not Satan.
No, I agree. No, I agree. I
Never,
wholeheartedly.
yeah.
It never
I
says
never
it's
knew
Satan.
that
As a matter
until
of
this
fact,
recently.
it says that the serpent was one of the most cunning beasts of the field. Right? And God created all the beasts in the field. So
Well,
God created the serpent, and that we're not talking about Satan. We're not talking about Lucifer. We're not talking about any of the demonic entities when we're talking about the serpent. As a matter of fact, the serpent must have been lizard-like with legs and or, maybe had to have some sort of legs because after it talked, after it screwed over Adam and Eve, God cursed the serpent and said, from now on, your head will be crushed under the heel of man, and you'll bite the heel of man or whatever. Not in those words, but that's the gist. But so he took away his legs and made him slither on the ground, basically in the dirt.
so he was a lizard and then became a snake because.
But he talked.
Mhm.
And that's not the only story of animals talking in the Garden of Eden. I think there's more in the Book of Enoch. I can't remember for sure, but it's crazy.
Book of Eden, I guess, fucking nuts.
And there's lots of references to animals speaking. You know what I mean? In the Garden of Eden, and that could be whatever. But
you remember,
I don't believe that was not Satan though. No. Now they do reference the serpent in the garden as if it was Satan in later
as a
books in the
representation of
Bible,
evil and shit.
as a
Yeah.
representation of evil, as a symbol of evil, right? But I don't believe that was their. Eric, don't put your phone number in there. I don't think it'll even let you. Oh, there. Yeah, everybody's gonna be calling you.
Quick.
Yeah, Eric, this guy right here, Eric. I went to school with him. He was my best friend for years, man. And and he moved back to South Carolina, and he's got a 10-year-old now. So yeah, my son's 12.
And your daughter is engaged.
And my daughter's 22, and she's engaged. Everybody, Lexi got engaged. Her fiance is a guy named Tony. And Tony is a good dude. He's post office guy, mailman.
Okay.
I think that's what they call those guys. Mailmen, is that right? I don't know. But
yeah, does he want to explain what the fuck is going on with them?
You're never more than 6 feet from a snake. What? Yeah, in Australia. I ain't scared of snakes, Christy. I'll fuck a snake up, dude. I swear to God. I used to do it for a living. I worked for animal control. I used to crawl into people's houses and drag out copperheads and shit. It's retarded.
He literally went down Copperhead Road.
Yep. Well, my name's Carly Paramore.
Dude, so the thing about the thing with all of these experiences with God, I'm still gonna always go back to the DMT argument because acacia wood was the burning bush.
Dude, no, you can't. No, look it up. You cannot just burn acacia wood. Acacia, you have to take a certain way. You can't just burn it, and it never says that. That is you're implying that that he didn't have a encounter with God when you say that. When you say that, you're saying that he had a DMT trip and he saw God during it. But that turned his hair white and
well, not that. I think that there was something.
What about when he got the 10 Commandments? What about when he got the 10 Commandments and stuff? Was he
all I'm saying is that when acacia wood is burned,
that's some Joe Rogan dude.
No, it is fact. Look it up.
No, but you're not gonna get high off of it just because he says there was a burning bush.
Yeah, he didn't light it.
Maybe how
he already burning
the bush. It could have been like a glowing ball of energy. We don't know. That he was just explaining it the way that he didn't know how else to explain it. Right? That's probably the case. Just like when they explain these angels that with 1,000 eyes on a ring around them, I don't think it was actually a ring with 1,000 eyes on it. I think it's something spaceship like, some sort of technology. I think God and angels and demons, these are the interdimensional beings
that you could possibly gain access to.
I don't think so. God's not going to allow that, dude. Look at the Tower of Babel, right? Yeah. That's a story about what happens to humans when we get too big for our britches, and we think that we can access heaven. They thought they could access heaven if they built a tower tall enough that they could reach heaven. And that's when God said, nope, fuck you, sploosh, and cast everybody.
He's okay with us playing God, apparently.
Huh?
He's okay with us playing God, apparently, because we've been doing that shit for a long time.
We're not playing God. We're just playing with what God gave us. We're not playing God. We can't make things. We can't create. We can make things with materials that we have. We cannot just create like God does. God creates. We make. That's two different things. Yep. Don't make me get all daggone preacher on you, bud, because I can do it now.
No, your beliefs are your beliefs. Okay.
I will. Nope. Well, I don't look at them as just my beliefs. I look at them as fact. Okay. It's like I know how spirits work, and nobody else does.
But listen, I'm a Christian.
There's only 5 people who on the planet who are able to use the ghost box and talk to ghosts, and I'm one of them.
Hey man, listen,
you know what I'm doing? I'm making fun of that dude that said that, right? Yeah, I don't actually believe that.
I know that.
Was that Chris Moon?
He's one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was him and Steve Huff.
Steve Huff, him. There's another dude like I can't remember.
I wonder what Frank Sumption actually thought about those fucking guys.
No, he hated Chris Moon. He thought he was annoying.
If you listen to Chris Moon, I mean, I've never spoke to him, but I've
talked to him a couple times.
If you listen to him, they were best buds.
Yeah, that's not how other people who knew.
But Frank is that not true? But is that not true though? That's how he portrays it.
I've never talked to him specifically about Frank. I'll be honest.
No, I mean, I haven't either, but videos I've seen of him talking about it.
I haven't watched any videos of Chris. I guess I just don't care enough. So, but
I just wanted to watch something about him because I can't remember what it was. Was it him? Was he talking shit about my helmet?
Probably.
Oh, dude, I want to say it was
Everybody.
right about that time when everybody was bagging on me about the helmet thing, dude. Like, oh, fucking you give people. I don't read gibberish over here. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I don't read that shit.
Not today, ISIS.
Yeah, sorry. Um,
If you're not ISIS, I apologize. You know,
that's
peace be with you.
is that Pashtun? I don't know. It looks like Pashtun.
It's definitely like Iranian or Middle Eastern.
Well, there's different. There's not a Middle Eastern language. It's you have like Pashtun and you have
Well, it's some form of Middle Eastern.
Pashtun's the one I'm used to speaking. That's what we use. That's what we spoke in Iraq. I believe Afghanistan as well.
I was just saying it's some form with some Middle Eastern language because I mean that looks like
Jeff Saunders says helmet was a killer. Yeah, well, you know, I'm working on some new ones, dude, and they just get better and better. This the new one. Look, I plan on being able to produce my own helmets, like, and not have to buy the transformers and that was that Arabic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Pashtun is like a dialect though of Arabic. I mean, that's the Arabic alphabet.
Hey, you know what? If we got some people that speak Arabic that live out there that are watching us and they appreciate what we do and they're into the paranormal, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, but you gotta speak English in the chat, or we ain't.
We don't.
We ain't gonna know what the fuck you're saying. So,
but if you ain't about ghost hunting, if you don't like any of that
dude,
shit,
I was watching some shit. I was watching, dude. There's like this channel. There's several of these YouTube channels. They're always live streaming, and it's these Indian. I think they're Indian dudes, and they're like, it's like ghost hunting.
Oh yeah,
India, and they're like, there's a woman running around with like a sheet blanket over her head, and she's like doing all this woo, and there's like two dudes like throwing like holy water on her and shit. They're just doing it for hours, bro, and they have like thousands of people watching, and I don't know what any of those motherfuckers are saying in the chat because it is all gibberish to me. I cannot, but I'm just like, fucking amazed. It's like watching one of those Japanese game shows.
Oh yeah. Here's the one I was watching. There's a Japanese game show I was watching where they like have to ride the scooter completely straight through without hitting any of the phone blocks, and the guy gets at the end and he's like, yeah, looks straight to the camera, all pumped, like he just rode like
Christy, I'm not doing no language barrier thing. I know a little bit of Spanish. I know enough to get by. I know a little bit of German, enough to get by in Germany, and I do not plan on learning any more languages. I don't even plan on leaving this country again. Okay. I really don't. Like, I've been around, I've seen enough. I am not one of these people that's like, oh man, I still want to go see places in the world. I used to want to go to Australia. Nope. I'll pass. Hard pass. No offense, Christy, love you to death. But hard pass on going to fucking Australia. There's so many reasons why. I don't have time to go into all the reasons.
He just found out about the dropping bears.
No, I didn't. I've known about drop bears. You just found out that it's bullshit. And it's a lie they tell tourists to fuck with them. No, it is not true. It's not, dude. I was literally watching videos of people holding koala bears all day long. Like they do not drop out of trees, and they do not have giant fangs, and they do not attack people.
Oh no, they're just
out of nowhere. That's what they tell you. A drop bear. That's the drop bear myth, though. That's what they tell tourists when they go to Australia. They tell you to watch out for the drop bears.
Because I've talked to Australians that do tell me they exist.
Right? Yes. It's a national conspiracy.
Oh, okay. But
yes, to keep Americans from moving to freaking Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. So they tell you there's these vicious bears that live in the trees, and they look like koala bears. And they got giant fangs, and they just drop down and attack you out of nowhere.
I haven't heard that they're vicious. I've only heard that.
Look, Christy Richard says, "Love you, mate. You're a vagina." No, I'm an asshole.
I've just heard that the drop bears are just koalas that drop out of trees.
That is
and
not
they just
fucking
startle
true.
people. That's all I've heard.
Koalas
But
don't just fucking dive attack people, dude.
they
They're
don't.
not.
It's a drop. It's an accident. It's not like they're fucking dropping down. Like
You think that shit happens that often, though?
I don't think
mean,
it happens often, but
I don't think it
does
happens at
happen.
all. I think it happens zero.
I think you have no knowledge, and you're just saying that because you want to.
I do.
that. I
No,
don't know.
I do have knowledge. I don't have time to pull up like my sources.
Yep. Boom. Boom. Look at what Christy said.
Dude, Christy's Australian.
She's
What
a
did
liar,
I just get done
guess.
telling
He's
you?
calling you a liar. He's calling
She
you a
is.
liar.
Yeah, I'm calling all Australians liars about drop bears. They're lying to us about drop bears because they don't want us to come down. They want to scare us. No, it's like how they fuck with us. It's like
I've never heard that. Because they want to. There's so many other things.
Let me look this
kill
up for you. Let me prove
Drop
this.
bears would be the last thing that anybody would use to scare a person.
Oh, is that right?
How about the spiders? How about anything? The fact that anything else there can kill you. The drop
Okay.
bears are not what can
Oh,
kill
yeah,
you.
drop bears are real, huh?
Drop bears are like they're just koalas that fall out of trees. That's not like some
all right,
crazy
hold on.
creature. I don't know what
Hold
the fuck you're talking about.
Hold on, dude. It's not
I've never
just
heard about this shit.
well, this is what I'm telling you what a drop bear. You
got a guy
have
on
the wrong
TikTok.
idea. You have the it's not TikTok, it's YouTube. You have the wrong idea about what drop bears are.
I think you have the wrong idea
In
about what drop
Australia,
bears.
people have warned me about drop bears. So drop
That's a
bears
wet
aren't
koala.
Listen,
That's a fucking wet koala. What the?
listen, goddamn. Yes, it was a Photoshop koala, but that's not the point. Look,
I think that you're claiming it's a bullshit conspiracy, and I think that
it's not a conspiracy. It's a joke that Australians have made up, and they tell tourists because it's funny to
where
make
did you
them.
hear this?
Yeah, not just this video. There's a million of these videos. There's a million. It is a well-known thing. Okay,
drop
just listen.
bears. So drop bears aren't real.
Sorry to say,
They're
they're
not
not real. Koalas are not a bear. They are a marsupial.
Oh, so drop
Is
marsupial.
it like Bigfoot in the States?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't fucking care because it's
Urban
not.
legends. They're sitting there telling you it's not real.
Especially in Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we're
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're telling me that the creature that they call drop bears is not real. That's right. No,
Yes.
I don't believe that the creature they call a drop bear is real. No, that's
what
again,
we're,
you
that's
missed
what we're arguing. But
completely what
you're
I just said.
saying that koala bears are drop bears.
I think
I'm
so,
saying
yeah.
that a koala drops out of a tree and they're just saying that it's a drop bear.
Especially
Like, and you're just saying, no, they're just fucking lying. They never drop out of trees on top of people. No, that's full of shit. Yes, they do. I've talked to Australians that have had the shit drop on them. It's not like a vicious conspiracy to keep Americans out of Australia.
That
case,
part
that's
was a joke, Austin. That part was a joke.
Okay, well,
Obviously, the entire country of Australia didn't get together and have a meeting and decide to pull or make a conspiracy against the U.S.
Oh, so you just
I was joking about that. But it is a commonly it's a myth that they tell Americans and other tourists. Just like you come down to the South a lot of times. What is it? There's several. We tell people from up north when they come down to the Appalachians. Why are you looking at me like that?
I've been down to the Appalachians and never heard anybody tell me, "Oh, look out for this creature."
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Australia. This
I mean,
creature hangs out up in the trees until people
I don't think a drop bear is a real creature. I just think it's a koala dropping out of a tree.
No, it's not. It's a made-up thing that they made up.
Then it drags its victim.
You come up with your own definition for what a drop bear is, but that is not what a drop bear
So
is.
you are telling me right now that you don't think koalas ever drop out of trees ever?
I'm
But
not
you just
saying that
think
they
that
don't drop out of trees, but I'm saying when they do, that is not what they are referencing when they say drop bear.
I know, but that's not what
And
the
they
fuck
do
I'm
not
saying. I got past
attack
that part.
people.
I got past that part, baby.
I don't think there's any documented cases of
No, it's
koalas
no.
dropping and attacking people.
I bet you I could find you. I bet you could look up and find some. Christy even says, but unless she's lying, I guess I don't know.
Dangerous drop bear.
There you go.
Big.
All right, let's set the record straight about one of Australia's most legendary creatures.
Like a drop bear as a creature, yeah, that's not real. It's absolutely fake. Yeah, I agree with that, 150%.
Okay, that's all I was saying.
But what I'm saying is that koalas definitely drop out of trees on people.
They probably do drop out of trees.
And so that's what I thought people referenced when they said, "Oh, a drop bear."
No. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's not what a drop bear is.
Yeah, and I got that part, but you still kind of like ignored what I was saying. It's like, no, koalas drop out of trees on people, and
I don't know if they drop on people.
Christy's had a drop one. I've had my friend or my family friend David Gladwin has said he's actually caught a couple that have fell on him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They just felt. They're just like, what are the odds of that? You're just walking through the woods in the outback, and then a fucking koala falls on you. I guess
apparently they're not just
nuts.
in the outback. I don't. They're not just in the outback. They're around civilized areas too. Apparently. Anywhere that they can find a eucalyptus.
Yeah, I understand that. But like, we have squirrels and possums and shit here, and you're not just walking along and a fucking possum falls on you.
Well, squirrels and possums. Possums. I mean, if they go, those actually have.
Christy's saying it right here. We pull the puss. I think that means she says they are. They're
badasses,
making
basically.
a joke. They're making a joke because we know other countries believe it.
Okay, Christy, tell me just once and for all, do koala bears ever drop on people? I just want to know that. Because I've had people tell me that it's happened. I've had a friend tell me that they've caught 2 in their lives. Like they were just on, like, I guess there's just places around their neighborhood that have eucalyptus trees. And like they would be playing as kids, a koala would drop out. Like, does that happen? If that happens, if I'm completely wrong, then tell me and I will shut up about it.
Okay, look here. No, koalas do not intentionally drop on people.
Well, it's not intentional. Jesus Christ. I never said it was intentional. I thought it was accidental.
This idea comes from the famous Australian drop bear myth, a legendary creature described in Wikipedia drop bear as a predatory carnivorous koala.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that.
Drops out of trees to attack unsuspecting tourists. In reality, wild koalas are peaceful, docile herbivores.
Right. Yeah, they don't just drop out.
Koalas ever accidentally fall. While they are exceptionally well adapted for climbing with strong claws, koalas do occasionally lose their grip and fall out of a eucalyptus tree due to high winds, broken branches, or territorial fights with other koalas. However, this is quite rare, and they certainly do not aim for people walking beneath them.
Well, right. That's why I never said that they were intentionally aiming for people. I just said that it does happen.
I don't think it ever happens.
Fall out.
I don't think that happens at all. You just saw it. It says it right here. Why? Where did it? What's the?
I don't care what AI says. I care about what people tell me, like what they actually said that they experienced. So no, I don't give a fuck what Google's AI says.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably true. I agree with. Yes, it's probably
they do drop out of trees, Christy, but they are not just dropping on people. Sorry, I have never seen a video. I've seen videos of fucking dudes fighting kangaroos and everything else. I've never seen a video of a koala just falling ass out of nowhere on somebody. I'm sorry, dude. Just never seen
a video, so it don't happen.
Yes. If they ain't a fucking video or a newspaper article, it didn't fucking happen. Sorry.
Picture it didn't happen. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Hey, it's like ghost hunting. If you didn't catch, you didn't get a picture, video, or audio, that shit didn't happen, right? I mean,
I just don't think
Missouri, bro. It's the show me state. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, we got Momo in Missouri. Yeah, fucking don't come here, Christy. Momo fucking can smell your Australian blood.
Momo. Oh, is that fucking fuzzy?
That's basically
with Missouri. The big lips?
No, that was an internet Momo. Momo is the Missouri monster. That's what Momo is short for.
Oh,
yeah, it's like that. It's like Ozark Bigfoot.
Ohio has the grass, man.
Yeah, and Louisiana's got the skunk egg. Or no, that's a wait. Yeah, that's skunk egg. That's in Louisiana.
Is it or is it Georgia?
Yeah, it's Louisiana. Or I think the Swampy Bayou area, that whole area.
Yeah, one in my lifetime has dropped on me, scratched the shit out of me because I freaked out. Never trust technology because it doesn't know
Well,
the man.
Christy, I guess you shouldn't be hanging out in trees under like where koalas are just fucking
Yeah, that's
climbing
another
all around it.
question.
Why would you do that?
Christy, that's another question too. Yeah, like are they just like in neighborhoods or
Yeah,
like how
yeah,
does
that's
that
what it
work?
said. That's what it said. They're all over the place. They like eucalyptus, so they usually hang out in eucalyptus trees
Right.
to eat, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
but
I would
they,
imagine. Like, I mean, I know that there are squirrels that have that fall on people
I
probably
see
every
squirrels
day.
fucking fall all the time, but it's because they're retarded. I hate squirrels. I can't stand them. I do like to eat them.
I've never ate a squirrel.
Dude, fried squirrel with your gravy and biscuits is fantastic. Yeah.
I feel like it would be gamey.
Yeah, it is, but that's kind of the point when you're eating. I mean, for me, I like for my wild game to be a little gamey. You know, for deer meat, I will use some game tame on it, but like my squirrel, I think what we used to do was soak it in buttermilk before we cooked it.
Interesting. We fry it.
That would help. Yeah, and then you fry it, and that would help with the gaminess taste.
See, with deer meat or with venison, I feel like
Yeah, she says they're power poles. They're like fucking possums and shit, right? They live in they're marsupials.
Power poles.
They're just like they're just like possums, except Australia's got their own ass possum too. Looks nothing like our fucking possum, but they call it a fucking possum.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of bullshit. Mm-hmm. Our possum's better than their possum. So I think we have I think we should get them for copyright infringement. And
you know what? We have two. We have the possum and the opossum, and they only got their version of one.
Possum is just spelled opossum. It's spelled with an O. Opossum is spelled with an O.
Opossum and a possum are two different.
No, possum. Possum is just spelled with an O.
Yeah, but there is two different animals. There's a possum and then an opossum. Those are two different animals.
I've never heard that.
Look it up. The opossum are those like white, scraggly looking things with the pink tail that play dead.
Yeah, that's a possum.
That's an opossum.
That's how you spell possum. So with an O. That's the only way to spell possum. That's the American possum is spelled opossum.
Look it up. You're funny.
Dude, I'm telling you.
So now look up opossum versus possum.
Possum is just short for opossum.
Look it up. Just do it. Just humor me.
Look, I got it right here. I got it right here. Hold on. Fuck.
Possum versus opossum. It's two different animals.
I got. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Are we good? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna
promise you they are.
Come on.
They're two different animals.
That dude. No, they're not.
100% they are.
They're not two different animals. There's an American possum, dude. That's it.
Look, just humor me.
With an O, opossum. Look, and
will you just humor me? Just throw me a fucking bone and type it in for me.
I did. It's right here. What's the difference between a possum and an opossum? While the terms are different.
That's false. They're two different animals, dude.
Two different animals. Damn it. They're not two different animals. It is one animal. It's just spelled with an O. And some people don't spell it with an O, but the actual spelling for possum it's an O.
I don't believe that.
What is the difference between a possum and an opossum? While in terms are while the terms are often used interchangeably. Opossum and opossum are two completely different species of marsupials, right? But the easiest way to tell them apart is by their locations. Opossums live in North and South America, while possums live in Australia. That's what I said, Austin.
Two different animals.
I know. I said that earlier. A possum is Australia. I said they have a possum. We're taking our name back. That's what I said. You were saying there are two different possums in the United States, and there's not. There's one, and it's spelled with an O.
I said that there's an opossum and a possum. There's two different animals. Two different animals. I've been saying it. Chat, run it back.
Yes. You weren't but you weren't saying it like that. You were saying it like there were two different here in the United States, like because I already said that there were possums in Australia.
No, I would say that an opossum and a possum are two different animals.
No, opossum is not pronounced opossum. It's still pronounced possum. The O is silent.
Maybe where you're from in the South, but up
I've
here,
never ever in my entire life heard anybody call a possum a opossum. Not once, not ever.
You always have been in the South or in KC.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody I know calls them an opossum.
That's some weird Yankee shit, dude. I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy because it's a fucking possum. The O's silent. It's like knife. Did they say knife? Did they say knife up there too?
No, but how many different Cokes you got?
How many different ones?
You know, if I want to order a Sprite, I got to order a Coke.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So
you just say, can I get a Coke? And they'd be like, what kind of Coke you want? I got Sprite, I got this, I got that.
Yeah, I want a root beer, not a Coke. Well, what if I want a Pepsi? Y'all not have Pepsi in the South?
No, that's still a Coke.
Well, it's not a Coke.
So if you ask for a Coke, right? I'm gonna be like, what kind of Coke do you want? You want Pepsi? You want Sprite? You want Coca-Cola? Or you want Dr. Pepper? What you want?
Well, a Coca-Cola is Coke. Coke is Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but we say Coke in
all
soft drink as Cokes.
Yeah, but we call it pop or soda.
And that's stupid.
Well, why is because the original name of a soft drink was soda pop.
I don't care. That was stupid. That's why we don't call it that, because it's dumb.
See, this is why there was a Civil War. It wasn't over slavery, it was over this shit.
Yeah, it was over y'all calling shit
your Coke.
Naming shit dumb names in the North. We're like that. We're not having any part of that.
Well, we don't like to call everything Coke because it's not all Coke. There's, we have more refinement in our categories and our selections. We don't just call everything a Coke.
We do say soda sometimes.
Even soda's weird, man. It's pop.
No, it's not. No, it's not pop. It's soda. Soda pop.
You know what the worst is though? Soft drink.
Yeah, that's a
soft drink.
Well, that's
who the fuck says that?
That's restaurant shit though. That's like
I know. And if you're not in a restaurant and somebody says it to you, it's like
fucking weirdo.
What the fuck are you? What the fucking big shit?
They're actually a vampire and they're trying to fit in.
Like I would prefer you called it a Coke.
Yeah, like I enjoy all the things that you other humans enjoy.
Let's do human things.
Let's do fun human things. Hey, we gotta go. It is. We're 4 minutes over. It was a fun little argument about the possum thing. Jeff Saunders says we're both right. I disagree. I say I'm right because I said there was a possum. Like I thought you were saying there are two different types of species of possums in the United States. That's what I thought you were saying.
Oh no, I was just saying that an opossum and a possum are two different things, two different species.
Yes, but they don't exist in the same continent.
No, I didn't.
That's where I was.
I don't even know that
because I was referring. But nobody fucking calls them opossums. Stop saying that. That's some weird shit. It sounds fucking weird.
Why? Because I pronounce things?
No, because because the O is
It's a
silent.
possum.
It's a possum.
An opossum.
No, it's not an opossum. It's a possum. Like, what is that? What animal is that? That's a possum. Not a. That's a.
Why? Because
an opossum.
I'm not too lazy for that extra flick of the tongue. I'm sorry.
That's more work. You're just saying more syllables. You're adding a whole ass syllable in there.
It's like somebody who says LOL versus laugh out loud. It's like,
Yeah, but you're saying laugh out loud. I'm saying
yeah, like
LOL.
why would? Yeah, basically.
I'm being more efficient with it.
But it's the same amount of time to say it.
No, opossum. That's opossum. 2 syllables. Possum or 3 syllables. Possum 2 syllables.
Opossum.
Opossum 3 syllables. Possum 2 syllables.
Yeah, but I can say
I'm right.
faster.
You're wrong.
Opossum.
Just admit it. Just concede, and we can move on with our life.
All right,
Look, you're right about dumbass quantum physics shit all the time. Let me be right about the possum thing, okay? And the drop bear thing. Just can I fucking have that?
You can't have the drop bear, but I give you the possum.
No. You know
I'll
you were
give you the
wrong about the
possum.
fucking drop bear thing. You know you were wrong about that. You know you're wrong about that. And now you're
Drop
doubling
bears
down on
are
it.
non-existent. You're right about that. But
Thank you.
koalas
That's
do
all I
drop
wanted.
from
That's
trees
all I wanted.
onto people.
I'm sure it happens
what I-
occasionally. It's by the law of chance. The rules of chance would say that obviously, occasionally, a tree-dwelling creature would fall on a human. All right, we gotta go. My headphones are fucking up, and they're about to die. And love y'all. Talk to y'all
Love
later. Peace out.
Hmm.
Peace.